Young Master Bao scratched his head and said to Wu Chen, "Brother Wu, why don't you suspend filming for a few days? Wait until I get rid of her, then we can continue." Wu Chen replied calmly, "Young Master Bao, you can't avoid everything. Trying to avoid her will only give her more reason to escalate things. It will only get worse. Let's take it one step at a time tomorrow." The next day, Xing Zianon arrived. "My Zhenhui, it's been years. You've become quite masculine. Not bad, you even have pecs now. Show me, show me." Zhou Yi thought to herself, this is the second young miss of the Xiang family. She seems to be on good terms with young Master Bao. It doesn't look like she's here to cause trouble. The director shouted, "Everyone, focus, let's film this scene again." Zhou Yi was startled and thought to herself, "Oh no, I lost focus." Xiong Zianon approached Zhou Yi and said, "Losing focus so easily. Are you a professional actress? Let me check if anything is fake." "Oh, Miss Xiong." Before Zhou Yi could finish, Zianon continued, "Your body is real, but with vases like you everywhere, can you really act?" "Zhenhui, your friend's movie seems destined to fail at this moment," Wu Chen spoke up. "Miss Xing, our actress just lost focus for a moment. It's not that serious." Hearing that, she said, "Your movie seems to want to compete with mine. Is that all you have, relying on an actress who casually loses focus on set? And the costumes and makeup, aren't you being a bit ambitious with the production? Why come all the way to Hong Kong to film? Do you think it's still the 80s or 90s? Young Master Bao said with a helpless expression, "Sister Xing, my indoor studio isn't that bad." Wu Chen smiled, "It's okay, young Master Bao. Miss Xing's straightforward suggestions are very helpful, but I didn't come unprepared to film. Zhou Yi, come here and show Miss Xiong. Actually, even without costumes and makeup, with just a green screen here, we can create any effect we want. Miss Xing, please take a look. Whether it's Chinese style, Hollywood style, or even adult film style, it's not a problem." On Oh Huang's computer screen, Zhou Yi's face could be transformed into various forms and different movie styles. Xiong Zianon sighed, "Oh, so it's all based on technology. But a work purely based on technology probably doesn't have any artistic value, right? Let's not talk about that. Let me see what you're filming. The enemy is attacking the capital. The princess has become a soldier. Isn't the princess about to become a prisoner? Why are her clothes neat, her hair not messy, and her makeup still perfect?" Zhou Yi stammered. "This," Wu Chen said. "It's okay. Zhou Yi, Miss Xiong is teaching us about details." "Let's listen," Xing Zianon said. "Since you want to learn, I'll teach you." She calmly burned the script in her hand and threw it away. "This is the state of fleeing. And when you become a prisoner and are humiliated by the enemy, it's a different state." Wu Chen clapped and applauded. "Miss Xing is truly professional. We've learned a lot." "Really learned a lot? You said it yourself." So, Xing Zianon flew across the Pacific Ocean to teach a newbie director how to act? Wu Chen admitted, "My skills are not as good as yours." "Write the news like that. After you're done, post it." A reporter quickly took pictures of Zianon. She turned to young Master Bao and said, "Zhenhui, whether it's you or your friend, playing with you guys is still very boring. That's enough for today. I hope tomorrow will be a little more interesting." After saying that, Xing Zianon left. Young Master Bao couldn't hide his worrying. "Brother Wu, are you really going to let Sister Xing publish that kind of news?" "Wait for me here. I'll go ask her not to publish it." Wu Chen stopped him. "Hold on, young Master Bao. Miss Xiong caused a scene for half a day just for this news. Let her publish it. It won't affect your new movie, will it? Before the movie's content is broadcast, having a certain number of people criticizing us is actually not a bad thing. Whether it's good or bad publicity, it's still publicity. Maintaining the topic's popularity like this is not necessarily a bad thing. On the contrary, Miss Xiong's problem is bigger than mine." Wu Chen thought to himself, "In the 1,000-year cycle, I know everything about her. It's just that her power is affected by her illness, and it takes time to cure it, not just one day. That's why I haven't touched her yet. But now, the wheel of fate has started to turn. I'm not afraid of her anymore. Another day passed, and the scene of the princess being humiliated was finished filming. Xiong Xiaonon clicked her tongue and exclaimed, "Oh my, did you really do everything I said?" Wu Chen replied calmly, "Of course, I have to accept good advice. Miss Xiong, do you have any more guidance?" She looked at Wu Chen and muttered, "Yesterday, I used the news to humiliate this Wu Chen. He didn't even dare to have an opinion. He's really more capable than Bao Zhenhui and Ding Rulong. Why do I feel like he's even more obedient and well-behaved than them? Let's test him again." Thinking about it, Xiang Xiaonon walked up to Zhou Yi and said, "Honestly, I think this scene is not artistic enough. The plot doesn't match history. If I were to design it, I would arrange the plot more reasonably." Wu Chen had to admit that growing up in the Xiong family's film background, she was top-notch in both acting and directing. But her weakness was that she easily got into character and had difficulty getting out of it. What is she going to do? Xiang Xiaonon picked up a sword. The princess was humiliated, and on top of that, there's the hatred of the nation and the family. How can she not take revenge? After the great revenge is taken, the princess has lost her chastity. According to the concept of that time, her fate can only be. Zhou Yu screamed in fear. "Oh, young master!" Bao's face was filled with astonishment. "Oh no, Sister Xiaonon is in that state again. We have to stop her." Wu Chen's eyes sharpened. After stabbing another actor, she stabbed herself. Let her continue to act recklessly, and something will really happen. We can't just be passive like this. We have to take the initiative to attack, system, restore. And so, time went back to this moment once again. Honestly, I think this scene is not artistic enough. The plot doesn't match history. If I were to design it, I would arrange. Before Xiang Xiaonon could finish speaking, Wu Chen stepped forward and grabbed her hand. "Miss Xiang, about your design, I think we should switch places and talk slowly." Wu Chen embraced her waist and pressed her against him. Xiang Xiaonon was stunned. You. In the 5th floor office, Wu Chen said to Xiang Xiaonon, "There's no one else here. Miss Xiang, now we can talk more simply and directly. You came to Hong Kong to play. Since you want to play, I'll play with you." "Something truly interesting," Xiang Xiaonon said disdainfully. "Don't talk as if you know me well and know my preferences. I really do understand you very well, even better than you know yourself, Miss Xiang. Do you dare to listen to me recount your past? Go ahead. Let me see what rumors people are spreading. Miss Xiang, you have a natural talent. In the 3rd grade of elementary school, you participated in the high school entrance examination and achieved the top score in the entire city. You were called a once-in-a-century genius. At 16, you entered Peking University. At 19, you entered Cambridge. At 23, you were determined to become a scientist and prepared to continue your doctoral studies. But because your director father fell ill, you were pulled back to the country by your grandfather to take the helm of the family's big movie, both directing and acting. Miss Xiang, you didn't expect that the movie you made would be praised and even win the Palme d'Or, making you a famous newcomer in the industry. From then on, no matter what you did, whether it was playing a corpse or casually filming a rock by the roadside, people inside and outside the industry praised you endlessly, saying that your acting was good and your filming was excellent. This old news is all over the internet. There's no need to repeat it, right? Don't be so hasty. What I just said is the turning point for Miss Xiang, because after that, you developed an instinctive reaction to the film industry. You were completely disappointed with your work and shifted your interest to seeking excitement. You never said you were in love with your male secretary at the time, who was researching the human body. But facing your increasingly crazy behavior, the male secretary was under too much psychological pressure and it couldn't stand up. The charming young lady was willing to offer her first night, but the other party didn't react at all. This directly sealed Miss Xiang's ability to secrete dopamine. You find it difficult to feel excitement and joy. These things can't be found on the internet, right? Xiong Xiaonon remained silent in the face of Wu Chen's words. Wu Chen continued, "After living like a soulless corpse for a year, under the introduction of a certain gambler, Miss Xiong started gambling. You took 130,000 and walked out with 70 million. Your previous success was due to family